Hey friends, it's Hope, and today I'm here to do a really fast Top 5 Wednesday. My Mets are playing tonight in Game 4, and if they win tonight, they are going to the World Series. And myself and my friend Steve are going to freak the heck out if they win tonight. So let's get on with this Top 5 Wednesday's topic. This week's topic are the top 5 new to you authors, and I'm taking this as that I've never read a book by this author before, and guys, I have some really great ones to share with you, so let's get this started. Coming in at number 5, I have Jen Hatmaker. Now, Jen Hatmaker is hilarious, and you guys have possibly heard me talk about the book For the Love. These are nonfiction books, and in some way they follow her life or previous experiences that she has, and she is giving us a lot of wisdom as readers. What I say about her books that I love so much is she gives you straight up real talk, and sometimes that is really hard to hear, but why these books are so enjoyable is the fact that she's just hilarious. Like, I would love to be her friend. Coming in at number 4, I have the one and only Andrew Smith. Now guys, earlier this year I finally picked up Winger. I had heard some really great things about the book, mostly from Jesse the Reader, and I was really looking for a book that was going to give me a male's point of view from like a teenage perspective. Really the only ones that I've read were John Green's books, so I'm so glad I found Andrew Smith because I absolutely adored Winger. Spoiler alert, it will probably end up on my top 15 of 2015 for the year because it was just so great. I loved reading from his perspective because it's not every day that I read from a 14-year-old boy's perspective, and I did do a non-spoiler book review over the book. I will link it down below. Right after that, I read 100 Sideways Miles, and I really loved that book too. It just had such a unique take on just viewing the world and telling time, and it was super unique, and I loved it. I didn't rate it as high as Winger, but I really did enjoy it, and now I'm currently reading Standoff, and while I'm only like 10 chapters into the book, I was cracking up and like tears were coming from my eyes because I was laughing so hard when I read the acknowledgments. Like, that's just how funny Andrew Smith is. He has a way with words, and his sense of humor is just on point, and I cannot wait to finish Standoff and hopefully give you guys a non-spoiler book review coming very soon. If you guys love YA contemporaries and you're wanting something a little bit different and maybe from a male's point of view, I definitely suggest picking up Winger. Coming in at number 3, I have something completely opposite from Andrew Smith, and that is Carolyn Kepnes, and she is the author of the psychological thriller You, and I know that you guys have probably recently seen this all over BookTube. I picked up this book thanks to Lainey over at Ginger Reads Lainey, and I'm so glad that I did. It is by far one of my favorite psychological thriller series, and I say series because I actually had the honor to read Hidden Bodies, which is her sequel to You, early. Thank you, NetGalley. And guys, it is not very often that I think the second book is better than the first, but in this case, the second book was so much better than the first. Not that the first book was awful, I just enjoyed the second book a lot more. Carolyn Kepnes has a beautiful way of writing anti-heroes and writing about suspense and writing about trust issues and unreliable characters, and I loved it. I really hope that Carolyn Kepnes keeps putting out psychological thrillers, because you better bet I will definitely keep reading them. Coming in at number 2, Maybe Cheating, so I'm going to match it up with another author. The author I'm talking about that I may be cheating on is J. Lynn. Yes, I know. This is actually the same person as Jennifer L. Armentrout, but Jennifer L. Armentrout writes YA books. J. Lynn writes new adult books, and after reading the Lux series and a couple of other books by Jennifer L. Armentrout, I found out that she also wrote under the name J. Lynn, and it was in her new adult genre, and after reading Easy by Tamara Weber, I was hooked on new adult. So I picked it up. I have loved her books. The Dark Elements trilogy, A+. I definitely need to get my hands on the last one. Don't know why I haven't done that so far. And then she has a series that I'm blanking on the name right now. I don't know if it's called like Wait For You, Fall For Me, Be With Me, something like that. I will leave pictures up here. But guys, these characters are so fun to follow. They're easy to relate to, easy to cheer on, and oh my goodness, there are some swoon-worthy characters in these books. So because Jennifer L. Armentrout and Jalen are kind of the same person, I'm going to pair this up with K.A. Tucker. K.A. Tucker is another author who writes new adult fiction, and I have loved the 10 Tiny Breaths series. My friend Tanya has a book blog, and I will link that down below. She was the one that actually introduced me to K.A. Tucker, and I'm so glad she did. I just love how effortless K.A. Tucker's writing is, and like Jennifer L. Armentrout, her characters are so memorable and so good, and they are also equally as swoon-worthy. Coming in at number 1 will probably be no surprise to my frenzies here on the booktubes, because y'all know how much I freaking adore Colleen Hoover. Now, way back, like going back 10, 11 months, I made myself a New Year's resolution, booktube resolution thingy-majigger. And on my booktube resolutions, one of my resolutions was read a Colleen Hoover book. And guys, I am so glad I did, because I have absolutely loved every single one of the books that she has put out. Hopeless, duh, is by far my favorite book. You guys have probably heard me like preach that to you guys. And Confess easily comes in tied, if not just right under Hopeless. Both of those books are so beautiful. They both made me cry. They both made me feel all the feels. They made me laugh. They made me beam. And oh my goodness, they are everything. Like, Colleen Hoover is queen. I cannot wait until her new book drops in November. All right, friends, well, that does it for my Top 5 Wednesday video. I'm going to edit this really quickly and then watch the Mets game. So if you guys have TBS and you want to tune in with me and Steve, we'll be watching the Mets game and rooting them on. And until next time, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'm sure I will see you soon. Bye.